So I'm making a video about Axtons Turret today. Now, according to the Borderlands 2 community, Axtons Turret is a useless pile of trash on overpowered level 8. Now, people often say that Axtons Turret, or rather that Axton is a fun and viable character in normal mode and TVHM, because his turret is still able to effectively kill things. But as soon as they reach UVHM, people start to complain about how bad Axtons Turret is and how underpowered it is, and how it just does no damage and is completely useless. Now, I do agree that Axtons Turret heavily loses damage potential in UVHM and especially OP8, but I also think that damage isn't the main purpose of your turret on OP8. But before I get to how useful the turret actually is on OP8, I want to get a thing straight here. So, someone said that Axtons Turret on OP8 gets destroyed a few moments after it spawned. So I'm here in the Bloodshot Stronghold to test this. So I'm just gonna throw my turret right in there, and we'll see how it goes. So things start to attack my turret now. And it killed that enemy. Alright, there we go. They're shooting at it. And as you can see, they're hurting the turret. But I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't seem like a few moments after it spawned to me. I'm using Longbow Turret, which is a skill that doubles the amount of health of my turret. But without Longbow Turret I also wouldn't be able to just throw it in there. So it got destroyed now. And you have to keep in mind that I also use a legendary soldier class mod which boosts sentry, which heavily increases the duration of my turret. So normally the turret wouldn't even be up as long as it was right now. So as you can see, it's plenty capable of living throughout its entire duration while in the middle of enemies. You also have to keep in mind that this wasn't a normal combat situation, because in a normal combat situation I would also be in there and shoot at stuff and kill them, which obviously makes enemies also shoot at me and not at my turret. So I think that proves that the turret doesn't get destroyed very fast on OP8. So now to the actual usefulness of the turret on OP8. And I recorded a clip a while ago, where I ran through Lynchwood with Axton. And I looked at it again and I think it's a perfect example of what the turret can do on OP8. So I'm just gonna make a cut here and we'll see us again in the little clip I made. So here we are at the clip I made of me going through Lynchwood, or at least a part of it, with Soldier Axton. And this should showcase how the turret performs on OP8 and what it can do. I slowed this down a little bit for you guys so you can see it better. So what the turret does, it obviously slags enemies and it also distracts enemies. It does even more than that, but that's besides the point. The main thing it does on OP8 is slagging and distracting things. So in a second here you will see me facing this bone crusher here, and now I kill this one, I guess, and then I turn around and there are 3 enemies behind me. Now, all of them shooted at the turret instead of me. And that probably saved my life. If the turret wasn't there, the enemies could have just shot at me and probably put me into fight for your life, if I didn't get out of there fast enough. And what the turret also did, it slagged them for me. So I don't have to slag them, which is very beneficial to both your survival and your damage output because of kill skills. And as you can see, as I kill these enemies here, my turret just goes to the next enemy and slags them. So this is the main purpose the turret serves, besides of things like Battlefront which increase your damage and stuff. It just distracts and slags enemies around. So you could say it's useless, I guess, if you really want it to deal damage, but that is definitely not the purpose of the turret. If you know how to use it, it's nowhere near useless. It's a very viable action skill. And if we were to compare to other action skills, I'd say it is one of the better ones. There are things like Creek's Buzzsax Rampage, which is completely useless if you don't run a melee Creek build. Then we have Death Trap, which obviously does deal damage with a Roid Shield, but the thing is that Death Trap doesn't effectively slag things, and you will also have to equip a Roid Shield for DT dealing damage, which obviously isn't beneficial for yourself. Then comparing it to classes in the pre-sequel, we have Claptrap, whose action skill is completely useless at almost any situation because it's RNG and most of the time hurts you instead of helping you. So I don't know how people think Axtons Turret is useless. I guess because it deals not a very high amount of damage like it does in normal mode and TVHM, but people like that I find to be pretty ignorant, and they don't know how Axton works, or rather how his turret works. So let me know what you think about Axton's action skill in the comments below, and I thank you guys for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye guys.